which that's exactly what I wanted, because I'm 45 years old. I don't want my butt cheeks hanging out, okay? That's why I also made it black, so it's slimming. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Today is episode 77, and we're going to be planning summer projects. So these are things that I want. I was just resting on my hand like this, and now my face is red. We're gonna go over some yarn I want to use up for the summer, and some patterns that I might be making that I haven't quite decided what to do with yet. So that's going to be our topic for today. It's raining today. It's kind of cold. I'm hoping you can't hear it. What do we have to tell you? I don't think anything. Oh, guys. Florence and the Machine has a new record out, if you didn't know. It's really good. You should go listen to it. A funny update from my neighbors, for those of you that watch along for my neighbor stuff. I actually, if you're unfamiliar with EMDR therapy, is a reprocessing technique for trauma. It's kind of like talk therapy, but you have like buzzers in your hands, or like earbuds in, and one side will it's a bilateral stimulation, which can be eyes, ears, or touch, which is called tactile. So it could be vocal, audio, or tactile. I've done all of them. I prefer the buzzers in my hands. But because I do it remote still, I get the earbuds. There's also an app that costs $5 that is called Anxiety Release. Looks like this. It's blue, and it has that little wave thing. You can't see. Info. It doesn't say. His name is Mark Grant. And that's like a way that you can do EMDR yourself. If you've done it before, you can do it yourself, as long as you're not doing anything that's going to freak you out or anything. Anyway, if you've watched, you know that this neighbor's driving me nuts with them not leashing their dogs. And I didn't want to get involved. I didn't want to call the police, because they seem to be the type of people that would retaliate. And I was just reading this thing about this neighbor that tried to accuse her neighbor of something, and like he got arrested, but then he had a camera, a Ring camera, that showed at the time that she was alleging this thing happened, that she was at his door knocking, and then she went back into her apartment. And that freaked me the hell out. Because we don't have like a doorbell or anything, so our doorbell ringer, a thingy, you know what I mean? So that like freaked me out, like that people actually lie to the cops and stuff like that. So I was like, really did not want to get involved. So I decided, like, I'll just ask my EMDR therapist, like, what can I do about this anger that I have towards these people? That, you know, how do I get it to, my whole like goal in therapy is, how do I make stuff not bother me? How do I not care? Like, how do I get this to not stress me out and not bother me? I just want to be like, I don't care about everything. So anyway, we reprocessed, and hopefully it won't be bothering me anymore. I can look at the house and not feel rage, so that's like a good thing, I think. But I just had EMDR yesterday, and I haven't seen their dogs out since then, so I don't know if it's working. I saw the boy out with the dog. I saw the boy out with the big dog, the bigger puppy. And he loves those dogs. You could just tell. And they just adore him. And he's like the only one that will listen that the dogs listen to. So a boy and his dog is just or a girl, like whatever. A kid and a dog is like my favorite thing in the world. So I didn't look over there and be rageful. So I'm hoping it worked. Anyway, maybe we'll see, because you could actually see today. So we'll see if anything happens. Oh, if you are wondering what that is, it's a Fluent Pet button that I talked my husband into getting this for Christmas last year. Our dog still refused to use it. The kitten actually got very interested in it. You record your voice saying something. That one says outside. And then before you go, you let the dogs outside, you press outside. And eventually they're supposed to understand how to use the buttons to communicate. There's lots of things on Instagram. There's What About Bunny and Stella something. I'll try to link them if I remember. But it's called Fluent Pet. But they're not the only company that does those. It's just they have this hexagonal shapes that you can build out as you add more words. So that's the ones I got. They still won't use it. I'm like desperate for my dogs to communicate. Like I'm desperate. I want a Frenchie so bad because it'll talk to me. I want a bird too. I just want something to talk to me. Because I'm insane. And I was watching What About Bunny because I follow her. And Bunny asked her why she is a dog. She was like, dog, why dog? And I'm like, oh my God, the dog's like, why am I a dog? Because she knows that she lives with humans. She knows she's a dog and she knows her mom is human. So like, she's dog, why dog? I was like, oh my God. My dogs obviously are not that smart. Anyway, let's get into what we're doing today. Whips. I kind of have gone overboard in my whips. I have a lot of whips that I'm not all are actively being worked on, but they still have to be talked about. So there's a lot of them. So I'm not sure what's in what bag. Top. Oh, my top. The top I've been working on. This is the Blue Sky Fiber. That's Wool Andes. That's not what that is. Blue Sky Fiber, Woolstock worsted, in Midnight Sea. You think I would know that already. So we have joined, and we are still on 2 needles, so I'm not quite at, yeah. I needed 34 rows, 1, 2, 3. So I'm actually about to start the 34th row. So I have one more row, and so this is the row that we actually, when we come back here, we'll start the ribbing all the way around. And then we'll go to 1 size needle. So that's where that is. But I also started on a crop top. Using my leftover, this is Cascade. I made a full top, and then I had these 2 colors, a burgundy and an evergreen, that I wasn't sure if I was going to make Lola sweaters, because I make her sweaters match my tops, or if I wanted to make, because these are my 2 favorite colors, I thought I might make crop tops. I decided to make crop tops for me because Lola doesn't care what color her sweaters are. She doesn't really care one way or the other if she wears a sweater. Like, I don't think other than she's cold, I don't think she really cares. It's not like she gets all excited when my other dog who passed away, he would get excited. He would bring me his sweater just to put on him. But I think that had more to do with the attention, because he was all about attention. He would do whatever you wanted as long as you told him he was a good boy. He said he was handsome. If you tell him you're so handsome, he would do anything I wanted, and I miss him very, very much. I just started the all the way around, the ribbing in the back. You do the fronts, and then you cast on the back. am joining the round, and then you work a tube for the rest. So again, here I've still got some to, I think it's like 30 rows, 30, 32, it's 34 for DK. This is worse, this is 30 rows for this one. So, and then I'll do the ribbing. So this one I think I'm working on instead of the other one, just to get it done, because it was like 80 degrees the other day. Now it's 60, but it was 80 degrees. I'll talk more about that later, about why I'm mad that it was 80 degrees and now it's 60. Okay, top brioche. The brioche top, or the brioche shawl, I have not made any significant progress because I could not decide when I wanted to start the brioche bands, so I still have not started them, because I think I'm at like 35 grams, so I think I'm going to start it now. But still, absolutely love how this is working up. It's so soft, so soft. Still dries my hands out. I don't know if that's also because I have kittens. Okay, it's kitten season. If you are not involved in rescue, you probably don't know that it's kitten season from like March to, I usually am empty by Thanksgiving. So from March to Thanksgiving, I usually have newborn kittens that need to be bottle fed. But generally everyone's gone by Thanksgiving. Usually I can pack everything up and we're done. So rescues are inundated with kittens right now. So kittens need to be bottle fed, depending on their age, usually every 2 hours. So every other hour, I'm washing my hands, because I wash before I touch kittens and I wash after I touch kittens, and then I'll wash in between litters. So I'm washing my hands at least twice every 2 hours, and then the last washing I will use a body butter, a heavy cream. I typically use a body butter that I made myself. But I've also used CeraVe, which I love CeraVe products because they don't mess with my skin. But I haven't found a big difference between that and my body butter for my hands. For my face, I don't use oils on my face. I use CeraVe. But for my hands, I have not seen a big difference between the two products. So I just use my body butter because I like it better. But anyway, the thing that is different between working on this and working on the bonjours that were with the mohair, is that this is flat and the other thing was in the round. I don't know if that has to do with something. Also, the other difference is I have kittens now, so I'm washing my hands every other hour, so I'm assuming that's what's making my hands drier than normal, and this is just doing something with that. So anyway, I think I've decided on 35 grams left over to start the brioche bands. Don't hold me to that, because I'm not sure that I have like 100% decided on that. What else do I have? My other whip is still like, I haven't even done it yet because I just finished the shorts. So these are the other shorts that I'm going to be starting. So this, I guess, is technically not a whip, but that means I finished the shorts. So my last whip that I'm showing you is the souffle top, which I know I already told you I was going to start this, and I absolutely hate this so much. It's a single strand of mohair on 4s, and I already have to restart. I'm like 5 rows in. I'm not even kidding you. I'm literally like 5 rows in, and I messed up on one of the edges. I think it's this edge. That my edge is messed up. I think I dropped a stitch, but I can't tell. So I'm actually going to restart this whole thing again. And I got to tell you, not a fan of working with straight mohair. This is probably the only top I will make that is straight mohair. I don't enjoy it at all. I can't see anything because the fuzzies, it's not even that it's black. It's that the fuzzies, you're like, is this 1 stitch or like 8 stitches? You can't tell. I do really, really, really want that top though. And I think I'm just going to do the pearl bump. I don't think I'm going to do the ruffle, but I'm going to do the pearl bump in case I decide I do want to do the ruffle, but I don't think I'm going to do the ruffle. Do you understand? I think my style's a little more sophisticated than that ruffle. I think is a little too much ruffle. Do you know what I mean? But I do like the sheer top and then the not so sheer bottom. Okay, so that's where I'm going. I'm going to restart this, but I wanted to show you that I actually did get some done, and then I stopped. Because once I was like, oh my god, once I know I'm gonna redo something, I don't want to work on it anymore. But I didn't want to pull it all out because I wanted to show you that I actually did something. I didn't even say what I'm wearing. This is All About That Brioche, by Lisa Hands. This is on Ravelry. It's like 5 something. I made this in DK though. So this, I think you work 30 grams and then start the bands. So this one is in DK, and I should have gone up a hook needle size when I did. I did a little too small for this. And I used Strung Out Yarns, which is a local dyer, but I don't think she's dyeing anymore. Our LYS closed a few years ago, and she said she was coming back, and then she never did, so I don't know. I mention that because the LYS closing and her stopped dying happened at the same time in my brain, so they're connected. She did work at the shop, not the new shop, but the old shop she did work at, and they did sell her yarns there, but I also bought off her internet, so it doesn't matter. But she did wonderful. I absolutely love these colors. And I wish she would come back because she was a great dyer. So, where are we at? Oh, finished. Guys, I finished the shorts. I blocked them. They look huge. They look huge. And you can see they have like a almost like a granny panty. I don't know how to call it. Like an old-timey... There's a full cat hair. Actually, I think that's Lola hair because I wear these to bed trying to get a proper fit before I do the other ones. I wanted to see if I wanted to make any more alterations to it. Now, what I did, I'm not wearing these today because it's really, really cold. The top really is looser than the rest of it. And I think that's just the nature of this cast on that I use, is that it's not very snug. And so this is done top down, and my tops are done top down, but that flips the way they have the same around part. That doesn't make any sense. So they have this 2x2 ribbing, okay, all around the waist. This pattern is actually not available right at the moment because they're redoing their site. But I just emailed them and I was like, "Where is this pattern? Can you link me to the English version?" And they just sent it to me. Not even like a copy of the file. They like copy and pasted the pattern into an email and just sent it to me. But I didn't. I was like, whatever. I mean, and then it turns out I had most of the pattern. I was just missing a couple lines, because I had printed it, but I didn't save it. I guess I don't know. So anyway, I do like the fit now. I have full coverage on the back. So where the ribbing starts is actually like the crease of my butt that turns into my leg. See, like that? That's what I call the bottom bubble. That's the bottom bubble. You have the top bubble, right? The top bubble where your butt comes out of your back, right? You have the top bubble, and then like the meat of the bubble, and then the bottom bubble, where the bottom bubble meets the back of your leg, right? Like this, right? So you have butt and then the back of your leg. So this bottom part right here where the ribbing starts hits me right in that crease, which that's exactly what I wanted because I'm 45 years old. I don't want my butt cheeks hanging out, okay? That's why I also made it black, so it's slimming. Because the only other sport weight I have is like fuchsia with sparkles. It's like, or a royal purple with sparkles. I'm like, not wearing that on my butt. I'm not wearing that on my 45-year-old butt. Like, no, I got too much sag going on. I don't want that. So what happens though, can you see how these, it's, you have the crotch wedge. That's what they call this, the crotch wedge. And then the leg holes, right? So at the top of your thigh, when you're wearing them, they don't go straight around your leg. It's like at an angle. So it's like what do you call that hem? Where the high-low hem, is it fishtail? Where the front is higher and the back is lower. Okay? But I still have full coverage. It's like granny panties. It's like granny panty Marilyn Monroe situation going on, which for some reason, as a younger woman, I did not find that style flattering on my body, but now that everything's starting to sag, it looks better. You're like, oh, I think it's just like that it makes you think of Marilyn Monroe, and then you're like, oh my God, if I look like Marilyn Monroe, I'm a goddess, right? Like you just have that, like, oh, that looks great. But like I turned it into like a pinup style. And I made the crotch wedge bigger. And how I did that was I took a pair of underwear that fit me well. And for the front part of the wedge, I made it that same measurement. And the back part, I made the same measurement. Now in the pattern, it's a little confusing to where you graft. If you graft to the front or the back. So I made sure because that my graft was at the back. So I'm not sure if I changed the pattern there to graft at the back because you start small with the wedge and then you get bigger at the end. So I wanted that seam to be, I did not want it in the front. I wanted it in the back. I thought it would be more comfortable in the back where I might not feel it or see it, right? And they look so much bigger than they did before they were blocked, right? They were like really, really small. I like to wear them folded down because it doesn't hurt my stomach if they're folded down. I love the coverage on my butt. I really, really do. My problem is, as it is with all superwash, is that it stretches and stretches and stretches and stretches. So I am not sure how far this is going to stretch out of what I wanted it to be, which is just the nature of superwash and why I don't like it for anything that I want to be form-fitting. So as long as this gives me the coverage over my butt, I don't really much care. I mean, I'm hoping the butt doesn't start sagging, like, because there's too much fabric there if it keeps stretching. But once they were blocked, they fit perfectly. So now I wanted to wear them during the day, but it's been, okay, I finished them on Sunday. It was 80 degrees, and I was like, I'm finishing these things today, which is how I said that was going to happen. I was like, I'm just going to do it when I want to do it. So I finished them like that night, and I'm like, watch it be like 60 degrees tomorrow, and I can't wear them, and it's been 60 all week. So on Friday, they get set to be like 80, so I'll be able to wear these again on Friday. But I've been wearing them at night just to kind of get them worn without being freezing. So hopefully by Friday, I'll be able to wear them, and I'll have a better idea of... I didn't even do bad picking up around the wedge, picking up around the leg holes, which I thought was going to be really, really bad, but I just looked at a YouTube video and then I did it. Plus it's like under your legs, so no one's really going to see it anyway. I love them. They're so comfortable. They are really, really, because I have pain issues, and especially with stuff around my stomach and around my lower abdomen, and I just fold them over, and it's the perfect waist. I can't do like jeans, top of jeans, where you button, and denim, and you button, and then even sometimes with elastic, elastic. Sometimes the elastic is too tight and it hurts. So something like this, like I love yoga pants. Oh, yoga pants. The best is when it's shirred on the side. It's stretchy fabric. It's got shirring on the sides. That kind of band where there's no elastic and it's just elastic fabric and then shirred up the side. Is that the right word? Shirt, where it's like cinched on the sides. I like that. That's probably my favorite waistband because that doesn't put any pressure anywhere but on the sides. This, I think, has to have some sort of hugginess to stay up like this. You know what I mean? So I'm worried that with it being superwash, they're going to stop staying up, and that's going to be a problem. So the other problem is if I do this in non-superwash, it's going to felt. The butt is going to felt because every time you sit, you're going to it's a lot of friction. And I worry it would felt or pill terribly on the butt part. So we'll see how these wear. I'm really excited to have something that won't hurt me. I do wear a lot of skirts in the summer, so I would actually like to make a skirt. Oh, what have I do? Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see when we have stuff to talk about. Okay, so finish the shorts. Super happy those are finished. So I'm also really excited to finish the other ones. I'm gonna wait. Probably I'll make a decision next week if I'm going to do them exactly the same or alter them in some way. So I'll wait till Friday when I'm able to wear these over the weekend and see what I think. Summer projects. So these are projects and yarns that I want to finish this summer, which is May, June, July. So let's just... okay, the number one thing I want to do is kind of scary because it's a new designer that I've never heard about before, and I'm not entirely sure how what's the word I'm looking for? I just saw this and I'm not sure if that many people have done it. Let's see how many projects. It's got 2 projects. Brand new designer I've never heard of. Yeah, there's one thing. It is called Lunch at Tiffany's Blouse by Anne Catherine Bush. It looks like this. Oh my gosh, look at all this. It is a looks like knit 2 purl 2 ribbed sweater. The thing I love about this sweater is that it can also be a sleeveless top. So the top is 2x2, and then it looks like this is single, which I'm already planning on not doing that. But it is got a wrapped top, and this looks like exactly like a top I had a few years ago. That was powder blue, which is one of those colors that really looks good on me, but that I don't want to wear. So I am in love with this, that you can wear it as a sleeveless top in the summer and long sleeve sweater. So this is definitely getting made. Like I can't even, as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is, if I was a sweater, I would be this sweater. It is so on point for me. Like it's not even funny. The pattern is $6. It's in euros. That calls for double-stranded fingering held together to be DK. So I definitely want to make that sleeveless version and then later make the full sweater version. 2 strands fingering, DK weight. Now the swatch is done in the pattern, in the thing, right? I'm pretty sure the swatch is double rib pattern. Yeah, I'm not sure what she means by double rib pattern. It's 5.5 euros, which is like $6.05 American dollars. Seamlessly top down. Slightly cropped length, but of course it's top down. You can adjust the length. So it says the fit can be adjusted individually by cross-sizing. You can have long sleeve, short sleeve, and sleeveless. I'm really excited. It's in English and German. Level is advanced. The sizes are in centimeters. It really doesn't look like it's all that size inclusive. Because I don't think 95 centimeters is very large, and 65 centimeters seems very small. Because I have a 35-inch bust, which is 89, I think. Isn't that 80? Like 90 centimeters is like 35 inches, right? So I would be like an extra large size, but you're supposed to go down down some sizes. So I don't know. I don't have the pattern. I haven't bought it yet because I'm not going to buy it until I'm actually going to do it. So this is meant to be made with a negative ease anyway. And because of my tops with this 2x2 ribbing, I already know how many I need around to get this fit. And I'm thinking if it's a sweater, I'm going to make it with superwash, which means it's going to stretch even more. And for the sleeveless version, I think I would make it, not large. You know what I mean? Like tighter. I assume I would make the sweater in a bigger size though, like to have a bit more positive ease. At least in the arms and the body, maybe not so much in the bust, or it depends. But anyway, I'm not sure if I'd have to wear anything underneath it, or if I could just maybe one of my crop tops, and then it doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah. So, like, I already know what gauge I get with this, so I would like to use that to kind of use this pattern as a guide, because I already work so much with this rib that I feel like I don't really know how to do that part. The ribbing from the neck, from the shoulder down, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to increase and decrease in ribbing, because I know you have to actually have a thought to do that, to stay in pattern. So I'd like to have the pattern to have it, but I can imagine that everything else I can pretty much do. I would just use this as my swatch, since I already wear them all the time and they're pretty stretched out, and I know what my final thing is going to be. But still, really excited. I really, really like that. And I really want to make that sleeveless version. The only thing is, I don't know what I want to make it out of yet. Because I don't know if I actually want to do the fingering together. Because I'd have to dye stuff or buy stuff. And if I'm going to buy it, it's going to be Cascade Heritage, which, if I'm going to dye, it's just going to be black. So I don't know. I got to go through my bases. Maybe that'll be a dye project. That could be a dye project. We'll just dye a different base black. Because I got a bunch of weird bases. We could see how much yardage that we can get out and how much we need to do for small one. Anyway. What else did I want to do? Oh, the other thing that I am deciding on is the rocket tee, which everyone's doing, and it's not really my thing. I'm not sure if it's my thing. But someone just did one. I think it was Laura from Created For You by Laura. Was it her or Cece? Somebody did one. See, this one's a little too big. a little too much positive ease for me. But I mean, it is a V-neck. It is a V-neck, so I could, squeeze it into a smaller one. That is fingering weight though. And I think hers is made with mohair, and I don't want to make it with mohair. I just want to make, and I don't like stripes, so I would just make it a single color. At that point, why even do it, right? It's $7.50. But it's really hard to find like V-neck patterns that are in the right. It's all about if I can meet gauge or not. That's where it all happens. But anyway, I do have. There's some yarn that I have that I want to make stuff, and one of them is this Naibu, which I'm pretty sure is discontinued. It's a lion brand. It's 100% lyocell. This is this weird dusty purple color. I have 3 of these, and I also have the True Boo, which is ran 100% ran from bamboo from again from Lion brand. I'm not sure. I got these last year. I went to Joann's for something and was it last? I don't forever before the pandemic maybe. And they were on clearance, so I bought they had 3 of each, so I got 3 of each color, gray and a purple. It's a dusty gray, yeah. Kind of pinky gray, a warm gray, I guess. So I have 3 of each. And there's some stuff I want to make. These are all crochet patterns though. So, this is the one that is like the biggest in my thing. This is a $3 pattern. It is a faux wrap deep V. Cross My Heart Spring Top by Pam Grice. And it is a cute little it looks like a vest almost. So I was thinking either one of these, right, would go perfect over my tops. Either one of those. Then I could wear black and it would be fine. This is probably what I'm leaning to the most for both of those, like just to make 2, like who cares. The yardage says 350 yards. This is worsted, which using 5.5 and a 6mm hook. This is where I'm leaning towards both of these to make 2 of them. I'm not sure I need 2 of them. The other thing I am looking at is, hold on. No, I'm really not thinking I want to make that one. This is Vernier V-neck tunic by Jennifer Oz's. This is free. DK calls for Bernat cotton-ish, which is a DK hook size 5, 600 yards. So we could not do this with the Naibu, but we could do it with the other one. It's a lacy oversized tunic with a plunging V-neck. I'm not sure that's my thing. And that's the True Boost. That's the gray. No. This would be purple. It would be purple. So I gotta think. I think that might be too much. That might be like too much for me. The other thing, where'd it go? This cowl. Okay. Worsted 5.5, 730. So again, this would be the purple. Cowl Neck Tee by Yay for Yarn Patterns. It's a sleeveless cowl, like, do you have a better one? I really like the cowl detail. the cowl neck. I don't know why I like that. This is literally like two rectangle square panels put together. This is free. Yeah. This is 730 yards. So those are the ones I'm going for that. I'm probably going to, I really like this cowl thing, but I don't think I'd wear it. So I'll probably do the gray one in that deep V first, and then maybe decide what to do with the purple. Because I feel like this purple really needs to be worn with an all black outfit, or it's going to look ridiculous on me. Because that's cellulose fiber, I can't dye it any color. Now this I really like. This is a free pattern. It's in English and Slovak. I know it's Slovakian. Is it Slovak or whatever? It's a Ravelry download. Now this is fingering weight. It says size 36-38 is 820 yards. This is killing me. I absolutely love this. It laces up the back. It's a V-neck. It looks like a giant granny square with the center cut out or something. Because, right, here's a rectangle and here's the other rectangle. So this is just weird 2 points of a weird rectangle laced up the back. I love this so much. I love it so much. I really, really do. I just am so in love with this. I'm hoping it has a schematic. What does this call for? Oh, it's this cotton. Oh, it's cotton acrylic. I hate that. 200 grams, 1,093 yards. So how much is that? 1,093. 1,093 divided by 2, 546. That's like a lace weight. 546. So that's over 100 grams. I'll have to figure out how many grams that takes. But anyway, that I just saw that and I was like, now I'm wondering if those cotton rounds that I hated crochet. No, I don't want to. This could also be a dye project because, again, weird yarns. I think I have a bamboo yarn. Maybe we'll have to see. Anyway, also one of the other things, the last thing I'm going to show you because we're running a little bit over here than what I wanted to do. So like 2 years ago, I bought this yarn from, oh God, don't even get me started, from this company. I saw them in the virtual Fiber Fest, whatever, virtual Wolles. It's a W. Wolles. Yarn Creations. And I bought what I thought was this color, and it was brown because this color was not listed on their website. And the one that I got, this is Merlot, and the one I got said, I don't know what it said, but it was not a color that I would consider brown until it came to my house. Like this, black, just called black and burgundy. This is a little bit darker than this. It's not so much red. So I bought these with the intention of making this shawl, the Earthstar Shawl by Nim Teasdale. And it is this weird geometric cotton thing that you can't see. $6. It's a 2-color. Hers is a faded color, I think. One of her colors is a faded color. That's what I originally bought these for. This is the 4-strand cotton, which immediately I don't want to I want to throw it in the bin, right? I just want to throw it away. I don't want it. So I'm not sure I'm even going to make that shawl. I'm not sure I want that shawl anymore because I hate that cotton yarn so much. I also have, this is the last yarn I'm going to show you too. This is Good For You. Good For You. And Mirror Ball is the base. It is 95% fine merino wool and 5% silver stellina. Now I did measure these, or I weighed them. They're 100 grams. 749 yarns it says. So this is like a lace weight. This is Brandywine. And this is Toil and Trouble. I don't even know if the company is still around anymore. I think I got this at a Virtual too. I absolutely love that. These are my like two favorite colors. I love red and green, but I don't like red and green together, and I don't like Christmas, so it doesn't make any sense. So, because this is it's 749 yards per 100 grams. So that's going to be kind of, it looks like a thin worsted. It really does not look like lace. Not that I really know what lace looks like other than, you know, mohair. I know what mohair looks like. Yeah, this is pretty thin. That's pretty thin. So yeah. That is pretty thin weight. I do want to make tops out of these, but I don't know what kind of top. Something V-necked maybe. I would love to, maybe once I understand that lunch at Tiffany's blouse, I can make it in a smaller thing maybe. Because I would like some V-necks out of these. I would like some cute V-neck tops out of these. So that's what I'm trying to get done for summer, which is like, I have no plan, right? I have no plan. I got 2 V-neck tops planned, and that's it. A shawl I probably won't do. This is why I don't like to buy yarn and not have a plan for it. I like to have a plan before I buy yarn, because otherwise I'm not buying enough. If you have any suggestions for what to make with any of that yarn, please comment below. I'm not adverse to any pattern suggestions. So what's next week? Dude, this was a free episode, you know what I mean? I'm actually planning on doing this to have this also be a recurring episode for like fall projects, winter projects, stuff like that. Because this is how I plan my. I hope you guys don't mind the planning videos. They help me immensely to decide what I want to do, so I'm not just mindlessly picking up. I feel that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just mindlessly starting more whips when I need. You know what it is? It's the shorts. It's the shorts. The shorts were so hard that I was like, I need something to like finish, like, because that was so hard and taxing, and I didn't want to start the new ones yet. So I was like, let's just do a fast crop top and just, for that instant gratification, which is very important. You do need those instant gratification projects. Very, very important. What is today? Next week is planning June projects already. Ooh, 2 planning. Why my face is itchy right there. 2 planning episodes in a row. I probably should have done that better. Oh my god. And then it's May finished. I've got like nothing. Oh my god. I feel like I'm halfway through projects I haven't even started, but I did finish shorts, so that's something, right? Okay, anyway, I'm getting out of here. I got so much crap to do. I gotta feed kittens again. Hopefully these other ones can get out of here, so that's one less thing I have to do. Yeah, so anyway, thanks for hanging out. I hope you had a good time. Please like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Follow me on Instagram or anything. I really don't post on Instagram anymore. I can't even get it together to do a photo shoot of my finished objects for the last like 4 months. I'm gonna have to do it now the shorts are done. Because I can't take pictures of those myself. I'm gonna have to like have my husband take. Maybe that's what we'll do this weekend. take some pictures of me in some shorts. Nobody wants to see that. I really like how they came out, and I really want to have actual finished item thing. Well, it's warm enough now. Once the rain, we've got this rain thing happening, but maybe this weekend I'll get everything finished and we'll have some finished object photographs. I really should start Instagramming more. I just can't. The kittens, I just can't. Okay, anyway. See you next week. Take care of yourselves. Okay, bye.